Hi, I'm Peter Joynson and I'm the CEO here at Synergi.
Hi, my name's Paul Burns. I'm CTO at Synergi.
Hello, I'm Justin Short, Chief Operating Officer at Synergi.
If I had to sum up the year in 3 words, I think the first word I'd use is challenging. I think all businesses have had challenges adopting to a new way of working, to keep customers happy, to keep staff happy, to keep everyone safe. And our business is no different to many others in terms of facing those challenges and working through them. I think the second word I'd use is exciting. I think it's created a whole load of exciting new opportunities for us to look to work in different ways, to find out what people want in terms of the new way of working, which we're likely to see as 2021 progresses. And as hopefully we come out the other end of this, there will be a new way of us all working, I'm sure, and it won't be everybody back into the office as you were for a lot of businesses, ourselves included. And the final word I think I'd use is teams. Without teams, I think this would have been a massive struggle for us. The ability to see people face to face, to work on video, to share and collaborate on content, and to present to clients and to meet clients virtually rather than physically, has meant that we've been able to continue to operate as close to a normal business as has been possible through this time. So I think those are my 3 words for this year.
If I had to summarise 2020 in 3 words, well, the first would be empathy. We've really needed a lot of that this year, but the opportunity for us to see into our colleagues' lives in a way that perhaps we haven't previously, and really understand individuals' needs across not just our organisation but the people that we work with. The second would be inspiring. Although this year's been a really challenging year for so many of us in so many different ways, it's also been an opportunity for organisations to really show how easily they can bring to life their staff, their ideas, and pivot their thinking in ways that perhaps they've not been challenged to do previously. And some of the things that have come out of that have genuinely been really inspiring. The third, I would say, is grateful. We do recognise as a business that we are in a very fortunate position, but we're also very grateful that we have the opportunity to help so many of our customers at this point to really make them the agile digital businesses that they're going to need to be to thrive in the new world moving forwards.
So what makes Synergi different? Well, cliche it may sound, but it is our people, our amazing team, the culture that we create together, and the behaviours we always try to live up to ourselves and for our customers, and that is to work with integrity and honesty, to always go the extra mile for each other and for our clients, and always taking a fair and reasonable approach to our commercial thinking. So I guess always doing the right thing is very much part of our cultural makeup. The breadth of our product offering is also pretty wide and unique. We can now deliver full co-managed and managed services, technical services to our clients. That sits on top of course, our core practice offerings in collaboration, automation, business applications from Dynamics. But these things combine to uniquely position Synergi in the marketplace to be able to deliver a full digital strategy for our clients and take them on a journey which is not just on break fix, but also all of the other core applications that we work with. And that positions us quite uniquely in the marketplace, both regionally and on a national basis.
So I'd have to say the biggest change in 2020 for Synergi was bringing the managed services practice online. The managed services practice allows us to fill probably what was the last gap in terms of the direct sort of offerings that Synergi were able to provide to customers. So it sees us bringing that in alongside workflow, automation, business intelligence, Dynamics, and all of the other great work we do around SharePoint and Teams and collaboration. for our customers. So bringing in the managed services practice allows us to now become that one-stop shop that customers really need and are now looking for. So to do that, it's meant bringing in new systems, it's meant bringing in new suppliers, bringing in internal solutions, working on all of our processes to make sure all of that works really slickly, and of course building out things like an internal workshop and also, most importantly, recruiting a fantastic team, which is not the easiest thing to do, particularly when we've had the challenges that we've had this year, but I'm pleased to say we've managed to do all of that and had some great success early on with around 15 clients joining us to date in that managed services practice, taking a truly different service from us that wasn't available previously. So that, I think, is probably the biggest change in 2020, but that's really been supported by a really strongly performing business in all of the other areas that I mentioned previously. We couldn't have done that without the continued progress that's been seen across all of the applications and enterprise business that we work with today.
How has Synergi been able to help our customers to overcome the challenges of 2020? Well, firstly, we're in a fortunate position that many of our customers were already taking advantage of Office 365, perhaps with email and files being available in the cloud, which was a great foundation. But for many customers who weren't yet there, we've been able to fast-track that migration and make sure that they've got all of those tools available to really get them through these difficult months. We also, back in the spring, put in place a whole sequence of programs through online webinars and Teams events that gave our customers access to a whole platform of business transformation packs, automated processes, and free consultancy, effectively, that gave them the best advice and pathways to get on up and running and make the most of the platform, Office 365, Teams, managing live events, all of those sorts of things, to help customers really move forwards.
I feel the most important step we've taken this year in the so-called new normal has been the importance placed on ensuring our team are safe, whether that be working from the office or, more often than not, working from home. Their safety, their mental well-being, and it has been of paramount importance. Trying to keep up the spirits, the culture has been a big focus, and we've had some super virtual social get-togethers across the year that we've really tried to keep people united and feel together and keep morale lifted. As you would hope, moving our team home as a technical provider wasn't too difficult. It was actually pretty seamless. We are the most modern in terms of the products and the cloud adoption use, as you would expect. So keeping us connected across Microsoft Teams and keeping financial information flowing using Dynamics was the easy bit for Synergi. The most important, most difficult part, I guess, is ensuring that the team still feel part of the Synergi culture, still feel connected, still feel that they've got their colleagues around them to support them when they've been working from home for long periods of time. So yeah, keeping the team focused in a good place, ensuring that delivery of our products and services were maintained at a high level for our clients has been our biggest thing to do this year.
So what am I proudest of this year? I would have to say that having joined Synergi earlier in 2020 and seeing the challenges that we faced along with a lot of other businesses, seeing the level of commitment and energy and effort that our staff have really put into continuing to work in the same way that they have done, delivering fantastic solutions to customers through what has been a very, very difficult and challenging time, with many working from home and environments that they're not used to and not with a team around them. So to continue to operate and to work in that way through those challenging times, and to see the leadership in terms of their managers supporting that, working and creating safe environments where people feel supported, has, I think, been probably the thing I'm most proud of, having joined this year and seen that team ethic really that runs right through Synergi has been phenomenal. And of course, as a result of that, it's meant that we've been able to continue to support our customers in the way that they expect us to. So to continue to deliver first-class solutions, but also to continue to support them on the day-to-day issues that they've experienced as they've had to transition their businesses to largely working from home in quite challenging times. So I think that's probably what I'm most proud of, is really the effort and energy that the staff have shown and the commitment right through this challenging year.
So what has been 2020's biggest challenge? Where do I start? Well, for many of us, it really has been a truly challenging year. And we absolutely recognise that there are many organisations, many customers, many friends who have seen some really significant challenges to their organisations and their businesses. But for us, I would have to say, as Synergi, one of the largest challenges that we've faced is the switch to having everybody working remotely all of the time. I think the team cohesion and the team spirit that the business has and continues to have today is something that we had to work incredibly hard to keep and maintain through that period. And I think the lack of personal contact that you have just from being even in and out of an office on a regular basis is something that we didn't necessarily take for granted. But I think when you're working entirely over Teams meetings and you've lost those kind of water cooler conversations and the chats and the lunches and things that would just happen dynamically in the office, for us that's definitely been one of the hardest things, and I think highlighted no more so than I guess the round of Christmas events and Christmas parties and things that we've just been going through. To not be able to do that face to face with the team as a big end of year thank you for the work that everyone's done has hit us really quite hard. I think we've really missed that, and it really shows that there's just no substitute for getting everybody together, and I'm pretty sure the knees up when we can is going to be huge.
I think the biggest takeaway for me in 2020 is just how challenging a year it's been to be in business, but also just how adaptable we've all been on a regional SME basis. We've seen so many organisations continue to flourish. Of course, we've seen some, and we've helped many who have been struggling. But the big takeaway is the technology is here to help all organisations to improve and gain agility, to drive efficiency, and to improve themselves going forward in 2021. We've helped so many this year. We're very proud to have done that, and we look forward to doing more of the same ongoing. And I cannot wait for 2020 to end. But here's to 2021, and all the best to everybody.
Of course, many businesses have faced significant challenges during 2020 and will continue to do so into 2021. I think the best advice that I could offer from a technology standpoint is think about the obvious things at the moment. So think about remote working, the performance of users. Is it being impacted through poor and aging systems? Is it secure enough? With the move to remote working, we've seen significant spikes obviously across the year. A lot of them have been highly publicised over the increase of things like ransomware attacks. So think about security, think about putting in place better security. If it's already in good shape, maybe just a few small tweaks needed to put you in a much better position. Think about modernisation of platforms and workflow. Think about things where there are very manual processes at the moment, or there's lots of re-entry and rekeying of data. Try and get those systems as efficient as possible. Ultimately, try and put yourself in a position where what you have to care about is keeping your customers happy through great customer service, through opening new channels of business, and making sure that the business can be as strong as possible and you can put yourself in the best place possible against your competitors during 2021. but really trying not to be thinking about, are my systems going to support this? Is everything going to fall over tomorrow? Am I secure enough? Not having to worry about those underpinning challenges should be probably quite high on people's agenda. So I think making sure technology can support the business and not impede it is probably critical for a lot of businesses during 2021. So you can focus on what's important to you, which is, dealing with and working with and supporting your customers in the best way that's possible during this year.
So what's coming for Synergi in 2021? Well, 2020 has been very much a transitional year for the business. We've been able to implement entirely new service lines like the managed services practice, but also to look inwardly at our own technologies, platforms and systems and processes to make sure we're geared up for what's coming. And for the small, medium-sized customers, that's very much about this ability to provide an end-to-end service provision that spans our cloud solutions and the managed services practice. And many customers see us as that entire one-stop shop, and there'll be a lot more coming from that whole area into 2021. For our enterprise customers nationally, it's very much about the deep specialisms that we build on automation, collaboration. So the technology partners that we're working really, really closely with in Microsoft, in Nintex, in Valo and others are constantly evolving and developing very, very strong capabilities that are driving their products in these areas, and the automation collaboration solutions that we're going to be bringing to market in 21 will be really supporting customers to further digitally enhance and transform what they're doing, and help them thrive into the coming months.